This is the brand new Flip Folio for your iPad. It comes for the 13 as well as the 11, the new versions. And today we'll be talking about it. So let's go. All right, so this new accessory comes for the iPad Pro 13, the Air 13, the 11s respectively as well. You can pick this up on Amazon. You can go directly to their website. If you go to Amazon, this is the only color that they have. If you go to their website, I think they got about 3 different colors that you can choose from. But once again, this is the Logitech Flip Folio. Now, before I show you what the iPad itself looks like in this device, let's just take a quick tour of what we have. So technically this is the front right here. So on the front, you are going to have the detachable keyboard, which is going to look something like this. Now I've already connected this to my device over here, but it does connect to 3 separate devices. So you can use it with a plethora of things. I'm going to show you how it works side by side with my iPhone in just a moment. But these keys may look as if they are, you know, not typing friendly, but I got pretty decent sized hands and my hands fit on here very well. Now I'm not a fast typer, but these are going to work. So this is magnetic. Once again, you put it on there and does not come off. So nice magnetic grip. Now, remember, this is front. Green tab should go up. Seems like it has a better magnetic hold when green tab is up, but still when green tab is down, it does not come off either. But just seems like a stronger overall hold when it's like that. So let's take this portion off for right now and let's talk about the casing. So this case is probably just a hard TPU. Now I do want to weigh it just because we kind of need to know what the weight is going to be when you get the iPad in here and the casing itself. So I'm going to do some comparisons of some cases in just another day or so, but this, putting it on 0, and we are going to say, hey, we're going to put the whole shebang bang on there, and then we're going to weigh it, and 1 pound 13 ounces, so close to 2 pounds when you got this. By the time you put the iPad in there, you're over 2 pounds. So here we go, taking that back off. We showed you the magnetic slate here. Now let's turn to the back. You get the Logitech logo. Get your camera cut out. When you open this up, once again, Flip Folio on the inside. This is a nice smooth, it almost feels like a microfiber lining, but it is just very smooth, buttery soft to the touch. Same lining is over here, although this one feels a little softer, so it feels like the same material. And then you have this ledge right down here. We'll show you what that is for in just a moment. Now, when you open this up, and I'll just close it back. When you open it up, in order to make this stand, and you saw how strong that magnetic pull, so it is a very strong magnetic pull, you're going to fold this inward. Once you fold inward, that is what you're going to get, allowing your device to kind of rest stably down here, but it is magnetic as well. And like I said, we'll talk about why that is there. You do get a bunch of different levels of standing angles, almost all the way to a 90-degree and down like that. So you got a lot of versatility when it comes to this. Now, let's go ahead and slap the iPad in there. And we do want to test out the magnetism on it. So I'm gonna turn that screen brightness down, and we are going to hold up in the air. And it is nice and strong. It works. We like that. Now, let's talk about usage. So typically you are going to use your iPad like this, and you're going to have your keyboard, which was on the back, and you're going to be just typing away, having a good time, doing what you got to do, right? This keyboard is connected. I'll show you just right here. Now, one thing I don't like about this is it's not grippy on the bottom. So when you have this on a table, you need a grippy table because it's not grippy on the bottom. Are the best. So typing on this, I'm not the best typer, but if you're a typer, you are gonna have nice free reign over this. Let's get everything deleted. And we do have shortcuts up here as well. So just like we can go down on that, we can change volume. You also have shortcuts for here. So you can screen capture, you can search, you can open up your centers, and then you can open up your emojis just like so. So we got a bunch of different shortcuts up here, even a home button shortcut that takes you back home. But once again, there is no like anti-slip resistance on here, so it's going to slide around on the table, and it may even slide around as you're typing. So please just keep that in mind. Now, remember we said this can connect to multiple devices. Now I have my iPhone here, and this iPhone case actually has its own stand built in. But what if you don't have a stand built onto your casing? That's where this ledge comes in at. So we are going to now, you do get a slight magnetic pull. As you can see, it's a very slight magnetic pull, just gonna keep it upright. But if you want to put your iPhone on here, and like I said, you do get a very slight magnetic pull, and on here, you do get a, once again, it's still a very slight, and you can tell it like right there. You see it's kind of up off of this, very slight magnetic pull. Like, boom, there you go. But you can put both devices up here and you can kind of use it in tandem simultaneously. Let's see, we want to do this, and we're not going to worry about that right now, but we are going to connect our Bluetooth, and this will be under device number 2. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold down device number 2. That button will actually start blinking just like so. And now it pops up on here, Flip Folio. We're going to go up there. It's going to ask you to type in whatever numbers are on here. So right now we're going to type in 422-830, 422-830. And once you hit enter, we are now connected. There we go. So all you do now is doom, 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 and we will open up a new, this is a new device, and it works simultaneously. And if I want to go back over here, now I can come into here and say, this is the iPad Pro. Okay, I know that's all jacked up, but that is what you are going to get, and you couldn't see any of that typing because it is not in frame. But once again, I did swap it, and there's the typing. So you can see that it does work. Both devices go back and forth, touch the button. Everything really looks good and works out with this. So I feel that this is going to make you a little bit more productive. Like I said, I'm going to do some verses. The magnet is strong, but it's not as strong as I feel it should be. It works. It's gonna get the job done. And this does support auto sleep wake. So once you put this closed, open it up, auto sleep wake is on deck. And we put this on here, and we got to do a final weight because we said we're gonna be well over 2 pounds. And here we go. And we are at 3 pounds and 3 ounces. So we are well over the 2 pound mark with this whole setup. But I still think it's a really good setup. And when you pair all of this with this, I mean, I feel like you got a desktop setup in your lap or you got a full laptop setup. And now if you want to just go out and get a Magic Keyboard, that is totally fine because the Magic Keyboard gives you all of this in one, and it's much lighter. So we will be doing comparisons between this Magic Keyboard, also this, and some regular cases. But drop a comment down below and let me know what you want to know specifically if I did not answer that question. we will get that answered in the following video. So like I said, there's probably about 3 more videos to come on this because I want to put it head to head with a few cases that I already have. But exposed here, camera cutout looks really good. All the way around, you got exposure except for that back spine. Really easy to open. It is magnetic, though it does stick. So you don't have to worry about that. It is magnetic. Auto sleep weight is on deck. Comes with the keyboard, flips backward to give you the standing angle, and then you can take your keyboard off back and you're good to go. So you got a full setup here from Logitech. I think it's a really good idea. The weight is probably the biggest downer for me. Also, the ability to kind of eases on down sometimes, but it does hold its angle. And also it's no non-slip grips on the back. Those are probably the only deal breakers for me. You may have some others, but hopefully this has been able to help someone out. So once again, this has been the Flip Folio from Logitech, brand new on the market. I'll drop a link below so you can check it out. Until next time, Average Tech Guy out. Peace.